Yeah, we actually just moved from that area. We're now on Little York, and the weather has really picked back up. And so we want to show you what we're seeing out here right now. You can see that this entire street here, Little York, is completely flooded out, and we have 2 drivers that are now stranded. And so we see that the tow truck is helping that person way off in the distance over there. But this person right here, who's in this dark vehicle, I think there is somebody still in the driver's seat. And so we're trying to figure out if we can help this person, or, you know, if perhaps they feel safer inside the vehicle, but obviously we're keeping an eye on them. So these are the conditions that our local officials were warning us about. They don't want anybody out on the roadways right now, because this is the type of stuff that you're going to run into. And we, you know, we're driving around just a couple blocks down the street, and we weren't really seeing any of this flooding, but then you just come a few feet down, and here we are. And so we have a vehicle right over here that's now trying to make its way through. And again, this is something we never, ever, ever advise anybody to try to do. This water is incredibly high, and, you know, it already stranded out 2 people. And so, you know, fingers crossed that person is able to make it through and get to wherever they need to go safely. But, you know, it's not always good luck for most drivers. And so the wind and the rain has picked up significantly out here on the north side. And so we're keeping a close eye on all of the roadways. But you can see just looks like in the median there's a downed tree that toppled over. And so we're trying to obviously stay as safe as we can as well. But, you know, it's just a mess out here. The wind and the rain have really picked back up. And so we're going to toss it back inside now to you guys in the studio. We're going to keep trying to carefully make our way around the north side. But that's what it's looking like out here. It's just a mess on the roads.
What a mess. Charlie, give us that exact location again. As we look at these cars, attempting potentially someone stranded. What exactly is that location?
So we're on Little York on the west side of 45. And so we were just a couple miles away up on Gulf Bank. But then when we were driving south on 45, I saw some flashing lights from the tow truck. And so that's when we came over here. It looks like this driver is putting their window down. I mean, this is incredibly dangerous. And I just hate to see somebody stuck in their vehicle like that. It makes me very nervous right now.
Oh, right.
And so we're trying to figure out if this person needs help.
Right.
You know,
They may be nervous.
Makes me nervous. We don't want to see anybody getting hurt.
Right. They may be nervous to get out of there.
We walked over there and approached just a second ago.
Yeah.
They didn't want to roll their window down. So we're trying to figure out how we can best help this person and keep everybody safe in this situation. But again, you don't want to put yourself in a position to where you're stuck in your vehicle like this.
Right.
You know, because as you all have been saying all morning long, our first responders are incredibly busy right now.
Yeah.
And they can't get to every single call when there's weather like this is happening. So we're keeping a close eye on our friend right here in this vehicle, and of course we'll do something if we need to step in if they want some help here. But you know, this is just incredibly dangerous conditions out here. Please stay home if you can. Don't get on the roads. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, this is the exact reason why they're saying stay home. And I tell you what, Charlie, I know you and your photographer, I'm not sure who you with, but all of our photographers are great people. You guys are great people, but please be careful even if you are considering helping out. Gosh, keep us posted though, Charlie, please.
Yeah, we're going to be careful because we obviously don't want to get ourselves hurt either. So we'll figure it out and probably try and see if we can get some law enforcement or somebody over here to get this person to safety. So, and we have another vehicle trying
Charlie,
to move through right now.
we are seeing how high, excuse me to interrupt you, but we are seeing how high this water, you see that? Yeah, and that's a Hummer.
Yes,
is that a Hummer or is that a Jeep?
The wind is making it even higher.
That is a Hummer.
It looks like it's one of those H2 vehicles. Again, just incredible. We have another vehicle trying to make their way through. We have a truck now. This is incredibly dangerous. This is just unbelievable. There's clearly a vehicle that's stalled out here right in front of them, and they're still trying to make it through. There is nothing going on right now that is so important. You need to put your life at risk and potentially flood out your own vehicle just to get to where you need to go. I mean, this is just so dangerous. And unfortunately,
dangerous.
This is probably what the city is going to look like for the next several hours. I mean, it's just so dangerous right now. Please, just don't do this. I mean, you know, just makes me so nervous watching that happen. And, you know, we just have all this wind moving through and the rain. And so, again, if you can, please just stay home because these are, you know, the roads are just a mess right now and it's just incredibly dangerous.
And Charlie happens to be here at this intersection and watching this happen. How many other intersections like this do you think are there in the Houston area? Well, one of the things that when Travis Elita, Kevin, others are talking about the storm that strikes me as a little different from some of the storms we get here that cause some flooding, is that it's not, I'm going to not get it and my neighbor's going to get it. Everyone in the Houston area is going to get strong wind and significant rain for several hours, several more hours from right now. Charlie's been there watching this, and we just happened to see cars going by. But Samika, Rita, I was just thinking, how many other intersections are there like this?
Well, and not to mention, you know, if you live in Houston, you know, if you're a Houstonian, if you've been here through many storms, you know that it doesn't take a whole lot. And the story, if you see it, I mean, you see that vehicle, obviously, it looks like they're stalled. But then if you go further up, it looks like higher ground, they would be in a safer location.